Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me again. Now, sometimes you just feel the need to make a flower. And there are many ways to make flowers. We've already had some demonstrated in our craft. But today I thought I would show you how to make this little flower. And what do we need to make that with? We need some colored paper cut in strips. You can cut them as wide as you like or as narrow as you like. I prefer to cut the paper across the short side of it, and then you get these lengths. You need some leaf shapes, and how do you do them? You fold your paper and then you cut half a leaf like that, and you've got the nerve. You also need some circles of paper, and you can draw them any size you like. Now, the size of your circle and the width of your strips have to be comfortable with each other, but you can make them any size you like. I drew around a bottle top to get my circles. You get these clever punches, you can punch circles with them, just whatever takes your fancy. And then we need some lollipop sticks. You can use a skewer, you can even use a twig from the garden, whatever you have to hand. You need a ruler to draw your strips of paper to cut out. You need your scissors so you can cut them. You need your pencil to draw the lines. You're also going to need some glue. So either this kind of glue, I used sticky tape, I also used double-sided tape, but you can use whatever you have to hand. So, how do we make our flower? We have to take our circle and we have to take our strips of paper. Now, what I've done is I have cut my strips of paper in half because that was quite enough. Then what do? You have to have a messy surface. I don't like getting glue on mine, so I've kept some snips. I have my circle, and what I've done is I've folded my strip of paper in a loop. So we need a little bit of glue, and we have to glue just right at the edge, at the very edge. We have to put a little bit of glue, and we pinch it into a little loop like that. And once we've got our little loop, we put a little bit of glue on that, and now we stick it to our circle. Now I've already pre-done this because we have a thing about time. So once you've stuck all your petals around your circle, you can see they've gone around your circle, we need to cover that up. So I use my second circle and I put some glue on that. And I stick it in the middle to cover up where I've stuck my bits of paper. So I have my flower. Now I use my stem, and what I've done is I've cheated a little bit. You choose where you want your stem to end, and then I've just taken a little bit of sticky tape and I stick it to the back of my flower so that it would hold securely. But if you look at the front of the flower, it's quite nice. Next thing, I need my petals. So I put some glue on my petals and I stick them to my flower. And before you can say, the cat had kittens behind the coal stove, we have a lovely flower. And you can make as many of them as you want. If you have a longer stem, you can plant them all in a row on your windowsill, and you will have a lovely collection of flowers to decorate your house with. Now, there is another fancy thing you could do if you wished. I'll leave these here for you to look at. The other thing we can use to make flowers is, again, we'll need our stem, which is a lollipop stick or whatever you have. But instead of cutting circles, we can use cupcakes. And what you do is you turn them inside out, like this. You can fit them one inside the other. If you want, you can cut them into petals, and you stick that to your stem, and you add your petals or your leaves, and you can fetch up with something really fancy like this. What I've done here is I've cut some petals. I've stuck a wee doily in the middle there, just for fun, if your mom has any she can spare. And then I stuck these little pom-poms in the center, just for a bit of interest. And I made one too many accidentally, and I thought you could even do that kind of thing with your paper flower for extra interest. So, if you want, it is your challenge to make a pretty little flower and to post it underneath here, and let us see what you have achieved. Thank you for watching with me, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye now.